If we look at the map of the area today, you see Iran clearly there. And Iran was called Persia up until, 1935, I believe it was changed from Persia to Iran. So that's an easy and clear country to identify. But some of the other countries here, Gog and Magog, well, when Ezekiel was in Babylon, now Babylon would be in Iraq. You see Iraq there. You see the rivers. Baghdad, well, it's not far from there. Be close to there. It was on the Euphrates River, and it was a great city. So they were possessed as slaves in Babylon, and north of Babylon is where these nations were situated. And there were, in fact, those who were called Magog that dwelt north of Babylon, even in Ezekiel's time. There are historians who have identified some of these nations. Joseph Flavius identified Magog. Magog himself founded a nation called the Magogians, and the Greeks called them Scythians. Herodotus, also an Egyptian historian, writes of them being very savage, doing terrible things, drinking the blood of their enemies, and decapitating people, and just having some terrible practices. And so they possessed the area really from Turkey and across up into the Black Sea, Caspian Sea area, and cross over into Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan, across there. Now, it was known even as the Scythians became very successful conquerors, that there was a wall built in China, the Great Wall of China, of course, and in Arabic language, the name for the Great Wall is called the Wall of Al-Magog, because it was, that Great Wall was built to keep the invading armies out, and those were the armies from Magog. So it appears that they spread right across that northern part, Turkey, maybe southern Russia, Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, and so on, right across the Great Wall of China. So we can identify roughly where they would have dwelt at that time and after. Meshesh, he was the sixth son of Japheth, son of Noah, and he is identified with the Assyrians, again by classical Greek writers. And they settled in northern part of Turkey, or modern Turkey, just southeast of the Black Sea. So you can see the Black Sea up there. It would be in this corner of Turkey on the right, south of Georgia there. Tubal was the fifth son of Japheth, and he also settled in a similar area, Turkey and north of there, probably just up into southern Russia. Persia's easy. They were descendants of Elam, who was the first son of Shem, and is now modern Iran, which again became changed from Persia to Iran in 1935. And Cush, which is identified in my newer Bible as Ethiopia. Cush referred to the land south of Egypt. And Cush may also refer to the area of the Nubians. So that would be Ethiopia or Sudan. And Nubian meant black, or Cush meant black. And so likely that Sudan, Ethiopian area. The Upper Nile. Put was the third son of Ham, and Josephus identifies him as the founder of Libya. They migrate further west in Africa towards Morocco, so that sort of northern African coastline, with the exception of Egypt. And then we have Gomer, who's also identified. Gomer was identified with Cimmerians, and they were sort of northern Turkey and up, and may have even migrated up into Europe to some extent. So, interesting that today we have these nations, and if we look at the old settlement, where everybody was, well, we have up in the north there again, Tubal and Cush, down in the south here, and Put in the Libyan area, Gog and Magog, sort of the Black Sea, Caspian Sea area, and south. And there's the Scythian tribes who would have migrated from northern Turkey and up into southern Russia and settled in the Black Sea area, and then migrated east across the continent. Quite a track. So God speaks through Ezekiel of them coming in a future time. And looking at Persia here, we see Iran coming to invade Israel. And who would they bring with them? Magog from the north would bring Persia with them. Meshech from the sort of northeastern Turkey area, to Gomer from Turkey. Tubal and Gomer from the same area, Turkey. Put from Libya and further west, and Ethiopia, all joining together. Now it's kind of interesting when you bring this list of ancient nations forward to today, and you look at today's climate, and you see this alliance of nations who are against Israel. And what we can tell you for sure from Ezekiel 38 is they will form an alliance and they will invade the land of Israel. And this is not far, I would believe, in our future, because one condition for it to happen is that Israel would be back in the land. And so we know Israel is a nation today, dwelling amongst the nations of the earth, and therefore this event can now take place. Some ask, is Gog and Magog Russia? It could be parts of southern Russia. And if that's the case, well, we've got some geography to deal with. You can see now, Russia used to come right down. Georgia, Armenia, all these places, they were all satellite states of Russia. Ukraine, all satellite states of Russia. But now there's all these independent states. Isn't it interesting that today Russia is so active in Georgia? They have their army there. There's all kinds of war going